In the game of Valorant, people make their names in the scene through so many ways. Some people make their name be known through their comedic abilities. Some people make their name through their skill and raw talent in the game itself.
Wait, I don't think we didn't notice you try to sneak yourself in there.
Okay, fine, I'll remove myself from there. But out of all the achievements in Valorant, there's one that no one will ever think about beating, and that is having the most hours in the game. As I'm making this YouTube video, the man that is king of this achievement just hit 10,000 hours on competitive right now. This amount of dedication cannot be replicated. Just to put in perspective, this game was released 1,365 days ago, so he had to be playing a minimum of 7 hours a day since the game released to be on the current hours that he's on right now. This achievement is already crazy as is, but let's remember the game we're talking about, Valorant.
Precise gunplay.
Me personally, all it takes is 3 rounds into a ranked game in Paris or Frankfurt servers and I want to throw my Monto across the room. The name of this person that holds the title is GetRex. But who is he and what's his story? Before we even get started, let's get to know GetRex a bit more and how he is in the Valorant sphere. Let's start with his origin, where he started as a jet main. How of the thousands of hours of playing, he developed a very unique playstyle where he utilized the Bucky, and when just one round of spectating him use that gun, you would know it's GetRex on your team. But this playstyle became problematic over time within the Valorant community, which I'll explain later as the video goes on. As much as GetRex probably has the most hours on Jet, clocked in at nearly 4,000 hours, surprisingly, Jet isn't actually the agent that he's most known for. In fact, it's Yoru. And in the high-ranked European scene, when you saw Yoru with the Bucky, you already knew who you were playing against. Just look at this play by him.
Nice, Omen minus 55. You've seen him. Oh my god.
Now that you know GetRex's personality on the game, let's get to know him a bit more personally, and I know this is what people that already knew him came for. GetRex was born and raised in Europe within the country of Germany, so naturally that's his main language. You'd think just by hearing the amount of hours he has, you'd think he's some guy with no life, but you'd be actually surprised to hear that he has 2 impressive jobs, which are a roofer and a draftsman. But surprisingly, that wasn't even his biggest financial achievement, because he has a total of $90,000 in earnings from video games, primarily from Fortnite. However, when I did my research, I couldn't find his name anywhere on the internet linked with Fortnite, other than the achievement of him being the 14th most kills of all time, even after not playing for 4 total years. So I asked him about it, and he replied with wager matches, which would end up making sense. But his total hour achievements don't end there, where he has currently 1,400 hours on Rust, 1,500 hours on Fortnite, 3,500 hours on CSGO, and around 8,000 more hours on Call of Duty and CSOS, but we can't find information on it. But most importantly, he always wanted to turn his hobby of gaming into a profession as a content creator, so as he is a good friend of mine, please go send some support to his YouTube channel before you even consider subscribing to me or liking this video. Okay, now that we got to know him, let's get to know the Valorant story of GetRex from beginning to present. The story of him wasn't always sunshines and rainbows. If you didn't know about him, you'd think he just had a reputation for having many hours in the game, and that was it. But there's a lot more to it. When you have the most hours in the game, you are bound to give a lot of people that you play with an impression, whether it be bad or good. And at the start, it ended up being bad, because people were not used to his playstyle, and he comes very little, so people end up confusing his lack of communication to toxicity. But people didn't realize he had a social phobia, which was developed due to bullying when he was a child, and he would end up instant-muting his teammates when they were toxic to him. And as time went on, his reputation got worse and worse. It was so bad that people would go on Twitter.
Well, actually, he's called X.
Okay, as I was saying, people go over to Twitter and complain about him and his unique playstyle, and as someone that's dueled with him many times, hearing the unjustified abuse was very uncomforting. It was so bad at some point, all someone needed to do was tweet the name YouTube GetRex and people just knew what they were talking about. Just look at this conversation on Twitter. But this reputation would not stay like this forever. Fast forward to the day of 2023, November 29, at 1:42 PM. And the popular UK Valorant content creator, which we will call Bob, with around 50,000 followers, makes this tweet about him.
Dear all high elo players, I have a screenshot here and I would like you to answer it. Which perfect teammate didn't come a single time and trolled our game? By troll, I mean doing the opposite of what you ask and not helping anyone. Please answer below.
And it blows up. 100 replies, 900 likes, 250,000 views in a matter of hours. Most replies to the UK creator's tweet were just people being mean to him, but the loyal friend I am had to defend him even if it ruined my reputation. He made an initial reply saying,
Dear Valorant community, I know I've said very little in my ranked games lately. This is because I unfortunately received a lot of hate from the community and a lot of false things are said about me. Unfortunately, my social phobia made it difficult for me to talk. To people in general, I will improve and I hope you can change your opinion about me, but I'd appreciate if you guys are patient with me because it might take a little time.
At this time, people didn't know the reason for the way he acted in games was because of his social phobia. And after that tweet, the community saw a different side of GetRex. The community was skeptical at first because no one actually expected him to tweet something like this. So most people were open to hearing him out since previously they didn't know he had a social phobia. And not to my surprise, he started coming a lot more because people were less toxic to him and were more open-minded to his playstyle. In fact, people started enjoying playing with GetRex and started apologizing to him. But the person's apology that mattered most was Bob. And only 9 days after GetRex's tweet, Bob posts this.
Serious tweet now. GetRex Valorant is actually a genuinely nice human being. He is on his reformed arc and it's going to be a pleasure to see. We lost every game but won today and he always spoke and played to win. Thank you, bro.
The community has finally accepted GetRex as part of the family. It went from people instantly flaming him as soon as he was on their team, to people being excited to see what sort of wacky play he was going to do with the Bucky. And there you have it, the remarkable journey of GetRex from being a misunderstood player in the Valorant community to being a respected and integral member, celebrated not just for his unparalleled dedication to the game, but for his unique approach and spirit. This story isn't just about the sheer hours logged in onto the game or the skills honed. It's a testament to the power of understanding, communication, and the strength found in facing one's challenges head on. GetRex's story teaches us a valuable lesson about the gaming community, and perhaps about life itself. It's not always about being the best in terms of skill or having the most achievements sometimes. It's about breaking barriers, overcoming personal challenges, and changing perceptions, both through others and our own. His story is a vivid reminder that behind every username there's a person with their own battles, aspirations, and stories. As this video comes to a close, I appreciate everyone being here and sticking through this journey of GetRex. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because genuinely this has took way too long and it was my biggest project so far when it comes to content creation. And if it does well, I'll probably do more stuff like this. If there's anything to improve on, let me know. And if you want anything, let me know as well. And peace out.
It's the time, come on, grab your friends, we'll play some very tilting games. I'm not the streamer in Valorant the game, the fun